One of the largest and most problematic health concerns in today's society is the use of tobacco. According to the CDC, more than 480,000 deaths per year in the United States are due to cigarette smoking alone. This concludes more than 41,000 deaths emerging from secondhand smoke. Tobacco use is the most preventable cause of death, but is currently the leading cause of death in our country because of its destructive and addictive contents, nicotine and tobacco. The production of tobacco should be banned worldwide to not only save lives, but to also save money for those that do use tobacco and to help the world with the pollution problem that we currently face. Many will say that the use of tobacco helps to alleviate stress and also helps to lower the risk of obesity. However, when it comes to the use of tobacco, any of the cons tremendously outweigh the pros. The nicotine in tobacco smoke is an appetite suppressant. In the 1920s, tobacco companies would target women with the idea that smoking would make them thinner. The correlation between tobacco use and weight control is more complex, though. People who smoke regularly say that food may be less tasty, which curbs their appetite. Regardless, no doctor will prescribe or suggest smoking for weight control due to the long list of negative aspects that come with tobacco usage. There are many different ways to use tobacco in today's society, such as smoking, chewing, and snuffing. The CDC states smoking causes more deaths each year than the following causes combined: HIV, illegal drug use, alcohol use, motor vehicle injuries, and firearm-related incidents. With something that causes so many deaths per year, it's hard to believe that tobacco is still legal. Many of us learn in school that tobacco usage can cause long-term brain changes due to a continued nicotine exposure, which results in addiction. Most of the severe health effects of tobacco actually come from the other chemicals that are found within these tobacco products, though. Approximately 70 of the chemicals in cigarettes are known to cause cancer. Very Well Mind also states that science has discovered approximately 250 poisonous gases in cigarette smoke. Those who choose to chew or snuff tobacco aren't safe from risk either. Along with the risks you have from smoking tobacco, you are also at risk for more oral cancers, tooth decay, and or loss and gum disease. No matter how tobacco is used, it still has little to no health benefits and is killing thousands each year. Each year, Americans only spend around $80 billion on cigarettes. The average cost of a package of cigarettes is $6.28, which means a pack a day would set back one individual $188 per month, or $2,292 per year. 15 years of smoking would come with a price tag of a little over $34,000. Depending on where you live, you could be spending way more than that, though. The tobacco industry is said to be worth $888 billion in 2018, with a projected value of $1,124 billion by 2024. There's currently too much money being profited, which is why I believe tobacco is not made illegal today. Worldwide, around 6.5 trillion cigarettes are sold each year. Collectively, we should all come together and stop the production of tobacco to not only save lives, but to save our own money and to put it into better usage. Tobacco continues to be a problem for the environment even after it's been turned into its final form. Cigarettes produce a huge volume of waste and are rarely disposed of correctly. Many people who throw their cigarette butts out of the window when smoking in the car, not realizing that it may find its way into rivers, streams, and oceans. Discarding your cigarette improperly can also result in a forest fire, depending on where the butt ends up. In an article on Earth Times states that on 2003's International Coast Cleanup Day, the cigarette litter to be single largest source of debris with 1.922 million items counted. Not only does smoking bring on lots of pollution, it also affects the wildlife that surrounds it. Wildlife may see the buds and think they are food, which would cause them to eat the very harmful bud. The chemical in the buds will act as a poison and could end up killing the animal. It also will impact the way the animal eats and can lead to the inability to absorb nutrients due to not being able to digest it. The best way to avoid these problems is to ban the production of tobacco. In conclusion, whether tobacco is being used in a positive way or in a negative way, it still has more negative aspects than positive. The ban of tobacco production would not only save the environment, but would save the individual's time and money. Smoking is a nauseating habit that puts thousands of people's lives at risk. When smoking, you aren't just affecting your life, but so many others too. Quitting tobacco use is very difficult, but would be so beneficial for everyone.